Hello, this is Matthew from StrategyGamecast.com. In the next few videos, what I want to do here is do a quick tutorial on some build orders for opening with Zerg. Now, before I continue, I want you to understand something about build orders, is that they are not set in stone, especially since we're still in the beta, so these can change, and really you should experiment and try different things with yourself. But if you're having a hard time, then what you can do is use these build orders as a starting point. That's what I did when I first started out, and it allowed me to win a lot of games and be able to play a lot more competitively. So the build order that we're going to learn today is called Fast Speedlings, which is basically we're going to go directly for zerglings and have them upgraded so they can go really fast, but we want them as soon as possible. Now below this video you will see the build order, and you can follow that, or you can just follow along with this video, or you can do both. Basically what we do is we build up to 10 drones, and then we go for an Overlord. Some people will talk about a trick where you can get 11 drones before the Overlord is complete, and that is where you start building an Extractor, and then you build a drone, and then you cancel the Extractor. You lose a bit of money there. I don't think it's worth it because you lose a bit of money, and your drone wasn't working, and the Overlord comes out literally a few seconds later, so if you want to do it, go ahead, but I don't even bother with it. So the build order here is you get an Overlord at 10, and then once you get to 14, you go for your Extractor right away, because we're going to need 100 gas in order to be able to upgrade the speed. And then once you get up to 14 again, so you build another drone, then you will go for your spawning pool. Now I didn't put the spawning pool in the best location, I could have put it back here, but since I'm only playing against a computer, which is super easy, it's not a big deal. The moment the Extractor is done, you need to get 3 drones mining on it right away so that they can get up as quick as they can to that 100 gas. And then after that, you basically get back up to 15 drones, and then you build an Overlord, which we have now building. And you get ready for building, you're doing your Metabolic Boost and your Queen. So once you're at 15 drones, you build an Overlord, then you sit back and wait, and you should have the 3 drones working at the Extractor. The moment the spawning pool is done, you need to go for your Queen, and you need to upgrade your Metabolic Boost. But you can see that we're just waiting a little longer until we have 100 gas, and as soon as we have 100 gas, there we have it start to be researched. Once the Queen is on its way, then you can just start building zerglings so that they are ready once the speed upgrade has been completed. And so you see a bunch of zerglings are on their way. And once again, I'm just playing against a computer here, which in the beta sucks so horribly bad that you could do really bad and still do it well. So I'm not doing anything too intense here. I'm just going to get the zerglings in there and start attacking. Obviously you need to scout out, especially on a 4-player map like this. I do have my scout going around because with a speedling attack, timing is everything, so you need to know where your opponent is. So you should still be scouting, and especially because if you're up against a Terran player, this can be stopped pretty easily because all they have to do is put up a barracks and a couple supply depots to wall in their main ramp. So this is really good when you're playing against another Zerg player or against a Protoss player, or I have found it works really well on 2v2 as well, because you can run in with your zerglings and harass their economy and really slow them down, then the two of you can completely overwhelm them. So you can see, as everything is done here, the Metabolic Boost is still on its way, and we already have a bunch of zerglings sitting here getting ready to run into that base. And I built another Overlord as well, so don't get supply block, because once they use the spawn larva on the hatchery, which allows you to get the extra larva, but once they pop out, you'll be supply blocked if you don't build an Overlord earlier. So now we see all those zerglings going out, and the Metabolic Boost is now done, so we're going to see the zerglings start to move into the base. You don't have to wait for them all to get together because you want that as much timing advantage as you can, so you can rush in there and go straight for their mineral line. And of course the computer sucks and has nothing, so this is not necessarily an accurate depiction of what will happen with your opponent. So you might need to work a little harder here to get these kills. And after that I'm just building more zerglings. Now a note on build orders is obviously this is going to win you the game every time. This one, the fast speedling, is a rush tactic, but really you should look at it more as a harassment tactic. Your goal is not necessarily to destroy their base, although that would be nice if you managed to do that. Your goal is to hurt their mineral line. So you really need to keep that in mind when you go in there. Don't just go after their marines, don't go after their zealots. Make sure you go after their SCVs, their drones, their probes as much as possible. And look at that, I love how the computer says GG as he gets taken down. And so in this case it was obviously really easily defeated with my Speedling rush. I could have just brought in 10 unupgraded zerglings, and I would have been able to do the same thing against a computer. But I wanted to show you the build order so you can see how quickly you're able to get really fast zerglings out there. Like I said, it's good against Zerg and Protoss, not so much against Terran if they wall in. So if you're up against Terran, make sure, I wouldn't even use this if I was against Terran, but if you are going to use it, make sure you do send out a drone really early so you can see if they wall in, because if they wall in, you need to just abandon it and forget about it and go for your economy instead. So that was a fast Speedling. There's 2 other videos on fast Roach and fast Expand, and I will show you how to do those. And you'll be able to use these build orders to really help you to do better in the early game. And feel free to modify, feel free to comment in the video description or in the comments below telling me a build order that you've modified for a fast Speedling to see if you can do it even better and even faster. I did get this build order off of Starcraft Legacy, their website, the SG, I think it's sclegacy.com. They had a list of the Zerg build orders there, so I do not take credit for myself. Just wanted to show you how it is done so you can use it for yourself. So this is Matthew from StrategyGamecast.com. Go to www.strategygamecast.com in order to see even more replays and tutorials.